Hey everybody, Josh the Retro Regamer here. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the Super Nintendo Classic pre-orders that went up today. So I don't know if you saw my other video, but about a month ago some Walmart pre-orders went up and it was very fast. They were up and they were gone. Some people said they got tons of them because there wasn't any kind of quantity limit or anything like that. But then it seems like all the pre-orders basically that Walmart did then got canceled because I think they jumped the gun a little bit. Well, today apparently was the D-Day for all of this because this morning at about 1 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. Pacific Time, Best Buy dropped their pre-orders, and I mean they just were gone in about 20 minutes. And at 5 a.m. supposedly Amazon also dropped some, and I don't think that was their entire stock, but they definitely dropped some. Then I haven't been able to 100% confirm that that was all of it or what the whole scenario was, but apparently some people did get them. They did get some orders in around 5 a.m. So we'll see what happens there, but I have a suspicion that's not all their stock yet. However, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today, three more big retailers, Target, Walmart, and GameStop, all dropped their systems for pre-order as well. So basically Walmart hit, it was sold out in about a minute. I mean, it was just up and gone, like, you know, almost immediately. I never even saw their website page turn from out of stock to add to cart or anything like that. I mean, it was just gone. I do know a couple people that managed to get a pre-order from there. They were incredibly lucky because, I mean, it was momentary. Target stayed up a little bit longer. It flickered as well. And I actually got an order in on Target and then it got canceled, so probably not going to get anything from Target, which kind of sucks, but it did flicker a little bit, and it kind of seemed like they did two waves. They did one around 1 p.m. and then it came up again around 5:30ish. There was like 5:30ish p.m. there was like another quick hit, maybe some ones that had gotten declined or had gotten not all the way through the process, maybe went back into the queue and were able to be sold because it was less than 30 seconds that those were up there. So then also Walmart, Target, GameStop, they crashed their website, basically is what happened. Everybody started going for their website as soon as they dropped, and it crashed their website. I don't think a ton of people got any online orders actually through the website. When GameStop saw that their website was crashing, they immediately took to Twitter and told people, hey, you can go in store and pre-order online in the store. So people flocked to GameStop stores, but the thing is, most stores got an allocation of 10 or less units per store, it sounds like. The store that I went to only got 6 units. Thankfully, I was out running errands anyway, so I was kind of near one, but I was about 5 minutes away. When I got there, they only had 3 left that could be done still, and I got one, and 2 other people right behind me got one, and that was it. They were gone immediately. So hopefully, that one doesn't get canceled, and then I'll actually end up with one, but I'm not really holding my breath for that. So then, of course, they pulled their crappy maneuver and started doing bundles with whatever they did have, and I think they threw some up on ThinkGeek to try to get that kind of moving. They threw up like 139, 159, 169, and maybe even a higher one, bundle of a bunch of random crap that you don't want with the Super Nintendo Classic pre-order. So kind of crappy of them, but they sold out pretty fast. And then they also were taking orders for those same bundles or for other bundles in the store. So again, a bunch of people rushed to the store, or those that hadn't been able to get the individual units could try to order it through a bundle through the store. But those sold out pretty quickly as well in about 10 minutes. And I mean, it was just abysmal. So if you were, kind of offline today, that's what you missed. So there's still one major retailer left. Toys R Us is a big one that everybody's kind of waiting to see what happens. Again, I think Amazon might end up with some more stock that they put out there. I'm kind of hoping for a second wave from Best Buy as well, since they did it early in the morning. I feel like that was more of a mistake. They just didn't want to go in and cancel everybody's order, so they just let it ride, and maybe they'll have some more out there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And hopefully all these stores will also have stuff online and in their brick and mortar stores on September 29th, the release date. Other than Amazon, all of these have brick and mortar stores still too. So I'm hoping that we'll still get some good stock out there, but right now it's not looking too great. It's looking just as bad, if not worse, than the NES Classic was last year. And I really would love for these to just get flooded into the store, so people that are casual, that aren't really into gaming, that see, oh, a Super Nintendo, I remember that from when I was a kid or when I was a teenager, and I want to pick that up and play it again. Or parents that want to buy it for their children. This is a great gateway into video gaming, into retro gaming, into understanding some of the history, some of the preservation behind it, some of the great games, the start of several awesome franchises between the NES and the Super Nintendo. So I'm really hoping that Nintendo doesn't screw this up, but they're not looking so hot right now. So we'll see what happens, but that's kind of how it seems to be panning out right now. So anyway, if you missed it, that's basically what happened. I'll try to maybe throw another video or so if I get more information out there. I don't really do a whole lot of modern news stuff, but if it relates to retro gaming like this and it's kind of a big thing, that's something I like to try to cover those. But mostly I like sticking with the old school retro stuff. And speaking of that, I may end up doing another video soon about something else that just came out, which everybody's probably already heard of because there was a bunch of videos on it last week too, and some unboxings and all that stuff. But I'll show you anyway. Sonic Mania! Yeah, my collector's edition came in. Super excited to check this out. I actually played it with my friends a little bit. And it was awesome. I mean, it felt just like an old school Sonic game. Like Sega finally got it right. The only thing I wish is they would have put a hard copy in here. A hard copy of the game. It's still digital only. I mean, you can go pick it up for $20. It's well worth it for the Switch. It's going to be on PS4 and the Xbox as well. I mean, you should definitely check it out on whatever platform, but I think it's the best on the Switch because, I mean, handheld Sonic gaming, it was throwing me back to like Sega Nomad, Sega Game Gear kind of, time frame. So anyway, I haven't even opened this yet. Maybe I'll go through that and kind of talk about some of the contents and do some comparison here on the channel. We'll see what happens there. Just for size difference, okay, this is a Sonic game. So look at the size of this thing. I mean, I had no idea it was this huge. I knew it would probably be a good size because the statue is like 12 inches or whatever, but they could have done a lot smaller box, so I'm pretty excited about the giant box and all that. It looks pretty cool. So anyway, check that out if you haven't had a chance to. Definitely play the game. I mean, it's only $20 on the digital download for Nintendo Switch. I think it's worth it. So maybe I'll do some more videos on that later in the future. But so that's the situation with the Super Nintendo right now. The Classic, I'm hoping that Nintendo really steps up their game, and at least, like I said in my other video, they need to do more than just double the stock. I mean, doubling the stock of the NES Classic I think would be the minimum amount they could do and maybe get by, but they really need to probably triple the stock if they actually want this to be in the stores and to last. And they've been amping up stuff for the Switch. They've still been selling that out, but it's more likely that I've seen Switches in stores than it was that I saw the NES Classic back in the day last year in the store. So they have the ability to do that even with a hotly demanded item, to get it to sit on the shelf at least for a few hours or a day or two. I think that at least will get some more exposure out there for it and pull in some new gamers into the fold. So Nintendo, get your crap together. Anyway, there you go. Have a good night, guys.